Welcome to the channel, and welcome to this narrative game of Warhammer 40,000 between Drukhari and the Deathguard. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. That was Winters! Ah! Winters!
Oh, hello.
Ah!
Hi, fancy meeting you here.
Ah! So Winters and I played a game on Winters SEO
Yes.
a few weeks ago, and it was Drukhari versus Deathguard, and the Drukhari managed to capture a certain Mr. Typhus, and they have brought him back to the laboratories of Commorragh to tinker with him and to help unlock some of the secrets of the universe.
And we both thought that would be a terrible
idea.
The host of the Destroyer Hive is someone, don't take him anywhere. You
No.
don't take him on dates.
No. So, this game today is about what happens in the labs of Commorragh when they get him back there. But before we go into all of that, just the usual housekeeping. I need you to be quiet for a minute. Just the usual housekeeping before we jump into the narrative. So for those of you who are new to the channel, my battle reports have a certain theme to them, a certain feel to them. It's meant to feel like having a game with your mate in his garage, or her garage, on a Friday night. I ramble a lot. Production values are very low. Now, normally at this point, I say I play all the games against myself, but UK lockdown restrictions have changed sufficiently that Winters can come round and we can game together. I also go off wild rambling tangents at various points, and it's not uncommon for you to get close-ups of the floor or the game mat whilst I'm, randomly drifting off and not pointing the camera at the right thing. And I have a small number of narrative house rules, and these are they. So, briefly, I don't apply the plus or minus one limit to dice roll modifiers. I let characters charge with units. So if a character or characters are in coherency with each other and they're both charging the same target or targets, I make one dice roll and they either both succeed and both fail, and then it goes back to normal. We don't use command point rerolls and don't limit the number of uses of the same stratagem in a given phase. What might come up today is we don't do scaling on Smite, and there's no restriction on the same psychic power being cast multiple times. But the most important rule is what I call narrative common sense. If we're playing the game and something doesn't feel right, it doesn't seem to, that's how it would actually happen, we change it. So, if that doesn't sound like your cup of tea, then thank you for getting this far, but you probably want to find other content that's more in keeping with what you're after watching. Right. You still here? Excellent. Okay, so what are we doing? Well, at this point, I normally explain what the game's all about, but we've kind of already done that, haven't we?
At this point, I would cut about 3 times to talk about a bit, and then cut while I think about the next bit,
Yeah.
and then talk about the next bit.
I
and
never
cut
do
while
that.
I think about the next bit.
I don't cut, and I'm never selective with the footage. Sometimes, my regular fans will attest to that. Sometimes you'll just get me sneezing for 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is very much my style of rambling. I can't say that word. Rambling stuff.
Very much your style of rambling stuff.
Very
See,
much.
That's one of those things I'd definitely cut.
Yeah. I don't do that.
Because very much my style of rambling stuff doesn't make you seem like the genius you are, Paul. Instead, you should have said, you cut that and then you think about how to present yourself as the genius you are.
Yeah,
and then you say the thing.
But if you're playing a game with your mate on a Friday night, they see you ramble as well as actually see you playing the game.
This game on a Friday day in my mate's garage.
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying Friday night? It's Friday day. Cut that bit as well.
That's because I film most of my battle reports on Friday night.
I know it's Sunday, isn't it? I'm all discombobulated.
No, it's Saturday, mate.
Is it a Saturday?
It's Saturday,
I
yeah.
have no idea where I am.
I was working yesterday and I'm not working tomorrow, therefore it's Saturday.
I'm in the north, but it's not raining. It's
You're
weird.
in the Midlands.
It's north.
It's north of where you live,
Yeah.
but so's Scotland, and so's Birmingham is north of where you live.
Well, so's Antarctica if you keep going north.
Yeah. Does that make everything south of where you live France?
But if you keep going south, then you end up in the north, don't you?
But then people who live lower down in England than you, are you northern to them?
Yes.
Like Liam lives in Southampton. Does that make you northern?
He calls me a northerner all the time.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that works then. So we're in Commorragh. And, yes, the Eldar have brought Typhus back after this raid and have locked him in this chamber. Now, I realise at the moment it doesn't look much like a chamber or somewhere in which you would lock the host of the Destroyer Hive, because he's come round and gone, I paraphrase here, but I'm not having this. Let's have some of the Garden of Nurgle in here and teach these filthy Xenos what for. So he's unleashed the Destroyer Hive and attempted to open a warp portal, partly to screw up the people who are here and partly to escape. So the Eldar in the vicinity have pretty much been killed. The chamber starts to overlap slightly with warp space, and it's sort of the floors being churned up, and we've got these sort of wibbly bits in, and the blood of the dead Eldar are smeared over the floor, which is an expression I expect to make you smile. Yeah. And then we have bits of shrubbery from the Garden of Nurgle.
And cut down the tallest tree in the forest with
a herring. And so
he's been chucked in here, he's woken up, he's gone, puh. The Destroyer tried to get out, but he's trapped.
Yeah. Well, the side dampener has kicked in.
Side dampener.
So he's not been entirely able to no, put it back, not your channel. So sorry, I just wanted to get that in at some point. So I thought I'd get that in early on. The side dampener's kicked in,
yes,
and he's not been able to open a complete portal to escape,
yes,
or to bring the Garden of Nurgle here. So the reinforcements from the labs of Commorragh are rushing in and are going to try and subdue him and turn the side dampener on.
Then you cut, and then you say, and so we're playing this deployment. That's how it works.
I don't think he's ever watched one of my videos.
I sort of watch bits every now and then. I don't really watch that much. I'm so busy. Honestly.
Okay, let's talk about the scenario. Pass me the cards.
Yes, that's what I was trying to do.
Normally, I have the cards in my pocket, and I actually know all of the cards. And I normally cut at this point and put the cards on the table. All of the cards.
Well, there's
all of the cards.
And then the thing with the side down.
All of the cards.
And then your thing with the thing.
All of the cards.
And then we're playing Domination.
Right. Okay. So we are playing Domination. The chamber needs to be controlled by Typhus in order to take out the side dampener and open a warp gate to escape. And obviously the Aeldari rushing in need to stop him from doing that. So we're going to have 6 objectives, and the way Domination works is at the end of each battle round, you get a point for holding more objectives than your opponent. Sorry, whoever controls the most objectives gets a point, and whoever's killed the most units gets a point. The deployment, the Commorragh reinforcements are rushing in from this table edge. Now, I'll go through this a bit more in the armies, but effectively, some of the cult of the raiding force that acquired Typhus was.
They're still in the AO.
Well, they are, but more to the point, they've left. It was he's throwing me off by talking.
They dumped him and have just left. And he's come round, and now they're coming back to see what all the fuss and the kerfuffle is. You see?
Kinda.
What?
Kinda. So in that raiding force, there was Prophet of the Flesh,
yes,
Cult of the Red Grief,
yes,
and Cabal of the Flayed Skull.
Right.
Now that raiding party. So the biggest asset they have retrieved is Typhus,
yes,
who's going to be in there. So, despite the fact that they're bringing him to the labs of the Prophets of the Flesh, the Red Grief and the Flayed Skull still have a vested interest. So, whilst everyone else has just left, they have left some troops here, so to make sure they don't get done over by the Prophets of the Flesh. Yeah. However, we're not in the Spires of Commorragh. So there's not going to be any flying going on here. This is basically in a sealed chamber. So the units that the Eldar have access to are going to be very specific and not going to play to their strengths necessarily. It's what would be here. So deployment-wise, yeah, the demons that have Typhus has summoned from the Garden of Nurgle, and Typhus will be in there. Now we're going to do 2 twists, but each one only applies to one side. So the side dampener has kicked in, which means this is a null zone. So for Typhus, it's going to be -2 off all his psychic tests and any other psychics he may have accompanying him. That doesn't apply to the Eldar, but I guess it would apply to the Eldar if they had psychics, but they don't. But for me, for the Eldar, this is now an unstable reality, meaning that we subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of the models and subtract 1 from combat attrition tests. So my guys are much more likely to run away. And on that happy note, let's go take a look at the armies.
Yay!
So here we have Typhus and his summoned minions. So obviously he will have been disarmed by the Drukhari, but as soon as he attempts to open a warp gate to the Garden of Nurgle, Man Reaper returns to his hand. So, Winters, do you want to talk me through what we're looking at?
Sure, we got Typhus with some other things. So some Plague Bearers and some Flappy Drones. Typhus has got the Warlord trait Shamble Rot, so if you get within contagion range of him, it's an opportunity to do mortal wounds, 50-50 thing. You've given him Curse of the Leper, or Miasma, or Pestilence for his psychic power, and he's summoned along with him a Herald, and some have come from the south portion of the garden, and some have come from the north portion of the garden, because the Garden of Nurgle is a big place. And there's
summer demons and winter demons.
Lovely, lovely colours all over the place. And the Herald of Nurgle has the shrivelling pox, because I like the fact that he's got the he can reduce toughness, and Typhus is doing the curse thing, and it's as the Garden of Nurgle starts churning and the psychic shenanigans happen all over the place. Haven't given any upgrades to any of the Plague Bearers except for the banner. We have brought a banner, that's a CP upgrade at the start of the thing, which turns there once per game, I think it is. You can make them damage 2 instead of damage 1. So if I have to punch anything that's a bit tough, then that might help me.
Yeah, most of the Homunculus cult stuff can shrug wounds, or they've got multi-wounds, so that's good. The
interesting thing is, Typhus is the only model with the new disgustingly resilient Deathguard.
Yep.
And they've got the old disgustingly resilient 1, so a 5-up shrug.
Yep.
So that's something to remember.
Yep.
As well as the 2 codexes, but it's going to be fun. That's all I have to say. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be here.
yeah. Likewise. You haven't used these in a while, have you?
Well, there was some redecorating in my house recently, so no, it's okay. And
this might take a while. Okay, so here we have the Drukhari. So because, I think I've already mentioned this, because this is in the basement of the laboratories in Commorragh, there's no flying stuff here. These are some true... These guys are already here because this is their place, but these are just units that have been left here to help monitor the investment made by the succubus and the Archon. That's his name. So, what are we looking at? Well, it's Prophets of Flesh. So Prophets of Flesh, their obsession is they can't be wounded on anything worse than a 4-up, unless it's strength 8 or higher. The multi-wound models also regain a wound a turn. The Cult of the Red Grief get reroll charges and +2 to advance, and the Flayed Skull get stuff that only counts if they're in a flying vehicle. So, not even going to mention that. Not even going to mention it. They get bonuses to shoot. And move. Oh, I lied. So there are plenty of Racks and other Homunculi and Talos Pain engines in the area. So the first character on scene, the first Homunculus on scene, is this guy. He's got a Stinger pistol, a Scissor Hand, and an Ichor injector. His Warlord trait is come on, brain. Come on. I haven't got it written down, and I thought, you don't need to write this down. You know what it is. Diabolical Soothsayer. So he's going to have +1 wound and +1 toughness. He's also got the relic, the Murder Doll, which gives him a 4+ shrug. I don't think I covered it with the house rules, but I allow multiple ignore damage abilities to be used, so he gets an extra shrug. 1 unit of Racks has an Agonathist with a Scissor Hand and a liquefied gun. The other one doesn't have an Agonathist and no, I've done that wrong. You can't have 2 guns in there. So the Os Factor will be in that unit, and the liquefied gun will be in that one. 1 Talos has a twin liquefied gun and chain flails with twin haywire blasters. The other has 2 microscalpels and stinger pod. The Cabalites, one of them has a shredder, one of them has a splinter cannon, the rest all have splinter rifles, which have poisoned weapons. And the witches, the Hecatrix, is it a Hecatrix? I think it's a Hecatrix. Has a blast pistol and an agonizer, and one of them has razor flails, which is extra attacks. And that is the Drukhari force. Okay, let's go on to objectives and deployment. Oh! Okay, so we have deployed. The Eldar, pretty simple. The Homunculus units are coming in from all around because they're already here. And let's call them the guests who are here ensuring that the prophets of flesh make good on their bargains, have sort of rushed in from another chamber. The demons are with Typhus, where he's just broken his bond and messed stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to talk through with the deployment?
No, I put them there, because that's where he would be.
Yes.
And then we put some objectives down, and I like the idea of the ones like he's trying to break out of here. His like the first level.
Yeah.
And then that's obviously his main goal. But to secure the entranceway, not necessarily because he wants to go that way, but secure the entranceway because he can get out through the warp by doing warp shenanigans all by himself. See, the Destroyer Hive can eat through reality itself.
And on that happy note, should we see who's going first?
Okay, yes. Good luck.
You too.
I rolled a 6.
I did too.
Okay. I rolled a 2. So in match play rules, you must go first. But open play, you can choose. I know, I'm just saying it to annoy you.
Okay, do I want the initiative on the demons?
Do you want me to have psychic spells off? I know there is a null zone thing going on, but there's a potential that I could power up if you don't go first.
Well, I guess what that dice roll suggests is that it's one way or another. It's either Typhus has taken everyone by surprise when he has the upper hand, or he's expended all his energy doing that. People are now aware and are rushing in.
Yeah.
So I guess
You should go first. Somewhere there's an alarm ringing.
Yeah, I will go first.
Demons have appeared in Commorragh. There's a bell going.
Okay, keep going. Whoops! All right, Drukhari movement phase, turn 1. So here we are at the end of the Drukhari movement phase. So these Racks and the Homunculus have moved up onto that objective. We've got serious issues with line of sight for charging, so nothing's going to happen there this turn. This unit have only moved so the Os Factor can get a shot in. The witches remind me that I hadn't sorted out my combat drugs, and I rolled and got Adrenalite and Hypex. So they've got an additional attack on the charge and +2 to move.
It's really good.
So we might be seeing first turn charge on those Plague Bearers. This Talos advanced, but it should still be able to fire its twin liquefier gun, which I'm a little loath to do because it'll make the charge longer for the witches.
Yeah. I'm quite happy for you to not shoot the plague bearers.
Yeah. And these guys have stayed still, and they're going to put fire into those plague bearers. Speaking of which, we'll do that now. Right, the Shredder's out of range. 8 splinter rifles, 1 splinter cannon. Hitting on 3s. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but, that could be anything. Wounded on 4s because poison.
Ooh.
5 saves.
I'm a demon. I have a 5-up save.
And you're disgustingly resilient, old school.
Disgusting and resilient, and 2 die.
2 die, okay.
These ones?
Yeah.
Not those ones.
Not those ones. Now the splinter cannon fires, hits twice, wounds once.
Wounds once?
Yep.
5-up.
No, 2 damage.
Well, okay. Well, I failed one of them.
He's dead twice then.
He's dead.
He's dead, okay.
He's definitely dead, Dave.
Okay, so there are 3 splinter pistols in range from the witches, which will fire at the same unit. Mm-hmm. 3 hits, 2 wounds.
1 damage, is it? 5 of them bun?
Yeah.
5 of them bun.
So 2 more of that unit.
Yay!
Ah! Right, now we've got the twin liquefier gun from the Talos into t'other unit, which hits 8 times. 5.
That's a lot of hits.
Yeah. Wound strength 4, toughness 4, wound on 4s. 5 wounds, sir. 5?
In buns and feeling the pain. 2 more, 2 die on this one.
Yeah, that unit.
Yes.
Yeah, the nearest 2. Okay. And then we fire the Os Factor, which hits. And I
strength 4.
I have no clue. I looked at it a moment ago, but
I think Ozzy's factor is strength 4. If it was Kevin's
it's a poison 2+.
Oh. Okay.
Poison 2 plus 2 damage.
So Ozzy's factor is better than Kevin's factor. 2 damage, and another one dies.
They used to explode and do mortal wounds to things around them. Yeah.
They died then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they fired. That's fired.
They can't fire.
They can't fire. So we're just down to what's probably now a 10-inch rerollable charge. In the witches, into the...
I'm going to Overwatch.
Okay.
Rip my arms off and throw them at you.
Spend your command point. No. Hang on.
Are you 10 away? Yeah, you are 10 away. You'll be within an inch. You're in.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got someone to measure for me. This is novel.
You're in.
So after movement and piling and stuff, the witches are all in. These are just the Hecatari blades, 5 attacks each. Hitting on 3s. That's a lot. Now, Winters probably doesn't know that... Well, he probably knows that a professional person would stop the camera whilst trying to pick these things out, but then the video won't be long enough. Is that all of them? I think that's all, but now the question is, can I get them all in my hand? Or do I have... No, extreme close-up of the map. Right, strength 3, toughness 4. He's shaking his head at me. Like I'm scum. Wounding on 5.
See, I thought about warp surging this, because I thought you'd definitely annihilate them. And there's another one over there.
6.
So now I'm thinking I should have warp surged them, but I didn't. So 5 up and buns.
Yep.
I didn't make any of them. 5 up, feel no pains. I made 1 of them. You killed 5. There's not very many left.
Okay.
Like 2 left.
The Razor Flail guy has 8 attacks. 8?
A Razor Flail has 8 attacks.
Yeah. 1 more save.
1 more. 1 more's dead.
And then the Hecatrix has... Oh, I've turned the page in the book.
Hecatrix will get an additional attack, so she'll be up to 6. Right?
Yeah, but she hasn't got the thingy that gives her an additional attack.
But she's got an extra attack on the charge thing because she's taken the right drugs this morning.
Yeah, she has. So it's 5 attacks.
Right.
In on 3s.
Yes.
So that is a hit. Agonizer wounds on 4s. No.
Oh,
You get to hit back.
okay. 4s and 3s.
Dodge of a 4+. No.
Smush.
Ow!
And then you get to consolidate.
I don't want to do that.
Don't
I want
you?
to try and block the mouth of the
You want to stay there?
thingy. I want them to stay there.
Okay.
Because they're trying... Their instinct is to... Well, I say secure. They are going to mow their way through, but they want some of the other units to move up before they're insane enough to plough on. But then again, what are they on? They're on Adrenalite and Hypex. If they were on one of the others, I'd say they have to push forward, but they're just fast. Yes, they're going to stay put.
So you want me to do morale?
Yes, please.
On the yellow dude, he runs away. And on the other dudes, 3 plus, yep, they'll run. So, oh, and one more. 2. And so it looks like that.
Okay, I lost 1, but my morale is -1 because reality is unstable. Oh, hang on. 6 + 1 is 7, -1. So what is my leadership?
I don't know.
It's a rhetorical... Well, actually, I'm used to doing this in the room on my own and needing to look up the stats for both sides as I'm going, so I say things like that a lot.
Yeah.
Leadership should be 7, that's total 7. They're just okay having lost 1.
But if the leadership's 7, then the leadership 5.
Their leadership is 7.
No. It's -2 to leadership.
No, it's -1 to leadership.
Oh. So
And the leadership is 8,
Oh.
which -1 makes it 7.
So when you said the leadership is 7, what you mean to say is the leadership is 8, -1 is 7.
Well, I'd already...
Say 7 -1 is 8. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the end of turn 1 for the Dark Eldar.
He thinks he owns the place. Okay, so Nurgle have moved. I surmise, and I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong, that these plague bearers are coming here to secure that doorway.
Yes.
These
Plague drones.
plague drones, like I hadn't forgotten. These plague drones are trying to block this doorway whilst getting in range to throw heads at these witches, and these are getting ready to move on into that doorway whilst jumping on witches.
Yes, because they have the death's head thing, so I really want to give them some head.
This is a family show.
What? No,
Yeah.
the death's head.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
How silly of me.
Yeah.
Okay, psychic phase. What are you doing?
Okay, so my Poxbringer Herald of Nurgle has the Shriveling Pox. Because of the null zone, this will be an 8 to cast. And that fails. And then Typhus is going to miasma himself up. And that fails. And then he's also going to Curse of the Leper. And this needs an 8 as well. Basically, all my powers need 8s now. And that fails. So psychic phase is a bust. The psi dampener is doing its dampening things.
Good.
Just as planned.
So we're just in the shooting phase, and we just realised something we should have done during the command phase, but I don't care about that. So tell me, what are we doing?
Host of the Destroyer Hive. It used to be a shooty thing, but now what it is you roll a 2 up, and an enemy unit within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds, and they were within 6.
They were within 6 inches, because we had to measure that for other things.
So they suffer a mortal wound. The Destroyer Hive flies, eat into their eyeballs, and they go munchy, munchy, munchy. Right, now I'm going to give you some
Dodge
head.
this.
I'm going to give you, this unit is going to give them some head, and they hit on 4s.
Heads, plural.
What?
Plural.
Who? Their strength 4.
Their strength 5, because they're within range of the Herald.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I wound all the times.
Okay.
All the times wound.
Invulnerable save of 6+. Ooh, and make 1.
1 dodges.
The other 2 get splattercated with corpse heads full of maggots and other icky stuff. I narrate.
Surprise, the other unit are going to do the same thing.
Okay.
4s. Look at that!
Uh-oh.
An impressive array of heads. And then 3s. Not so good, but 3 again. 3 from one, 3 from another.
3 saves to 6+. Can they dodge that? No, they can't.
They can't. They cannot dodge this. And that is the
They
end.
get splattered with rotten maggots and ichor.
Yes. This is the end of my shooting phase, yeah?
He's trying to hurry me along.
No, I'm just so used to narrating my own shizzle.
Yeah.
At the end of that, it's like, and this is the end of the shooting phase. I'm just I'm slipping into pattern behaviour.
Yes, indeed. It's all good. I'm just pulling your leg. just Josh in chief.
Well, and now I'm going to pull your legs off after I charge you. Can I charge? Am I allowed to charge?
I will allow it.
Okay.
To coin one of your phrases.
I am a generous god. These plague drones. See, I could charge that thing. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. That might be a good idea. I'm going to start with those drones. They're going to charge.
You pull yourself off the objective.
Don't worry about pulling myself off.
Okay.
I'll look after pulling myself off, okay? You don't have to worry about me pulling off. So they go that far.
Family show.
So what happens is they're going to go like that and like that. You see? See that?
Oh!
Because they can't squeeze by.
You're scum.
No, they can't.
They're flying models. They can move over intervening models.
Well, I only got a 5. How could that move over?
Well, because that one can move over to there, and that could occupy its space.
I can't see it fitting in there, really. He can't fit. Typhus. He wants to stay away from the Destroyer Hive, which is a.k.a. Typhus.
He wants to stay away from the avatar of his own god.
He wants... How is Typhus the avatar of his own god?
Because he's the host of the Destroyer Hive.
Yeah, he's like a chosen thing. I wouldn't say an avatar. A great unclean one looks like an avatar of the own god, but Typhus is more of a...
All right. He wants to stay away from the chosen disciple of his own god.
He can't fit, and it's a bit smelly. He can't fit in there. Typhus is a wide load. He's a chonky boy. That's my narrative, that they can't fit. And now, Typhus is charging, like that, you see. So then Typhus goes like that. See what happened there?
Yes, I see.
Right.
I see.
And now they're charging. They're going to charge. Everything is charging all the time. And nature... I should have picked that! I could have charged him, but now... Oh, no, I fell off. Now they go flappy, flap, flap. Flappy, flap. Flappy, flappy, flap, flap. Flappy, flap.
You see,
flappy,
he edits all of the drooling insanity out of his own videos.
Flappy, flap.
I'm filming it.
Flappy, flap, flap. Right, that's where we are. That is where I've ended up at the end of the charge phase.
Okay. Fight phase.
Yeah.
Who's fighting first?
Typhus, obviously.
That's a shame.
Why? What?
Because you might kill me.
Typhus can cleave or he can scythe. When he scythes, he makes 2 hit rolls instead of 1. So instead of his usual 6 attacks, he has 12. Yes, 12.
Uh-oh.
The dude is a boss. So
he got killed by guys on skateboards last time.
He's a boss of the Terminus Est. He is literally the boss of the Terminus Est. He's got rotors, he's got to pay, like sick pay, make sure the canteens get cleaned up because you could have all sorts of health and safety nightmares, you know.
And does he hit on 2s?
He does.
It's going to be 12 ones, isn't it?
So there's the 2s.
No, not quite.
Okay. And then the Man Reaper.
It's 2s, man. I'm in contagion range, so -1
He's
toughness.
strength 5, your toughness 2. I'm wounding on 2s, and it is a plague weapon. So I reroll them. There you go.
How many's that then?
9! 9!
4+ invulnerable saves. Come on.
Pick them up.
No.
Pick them up. Pick them up.
Get
them out of there. Get them out of there. They should not have come to this place. This is my place here. This is mine. I own this place. You do not own this place. I own this place. I've taken it. Look, I'll help you remove them. Let's remove these guys. They shouldn't have come to this place. You can say thank you later after I've done.
So I was just waiting for him to stop talking for a natural break so I could press, stop.
Have I won yet?
We're playing together, mate. Therefore, you have won.
Yay!
So it's the end of the battle round.
Yes.
And Domination Rules. We are holding 3 objectives each. No one controls more objectives than their opponent. And we've each killed a single unit. I killed a unit of Plague Bearers. Winter's killed a unit of Witches. So it's 1 each. No points in turn.
No
battle
points.
round 1.
I feel like you did better than me, though.
Oh, I don't. I lost my hard-hitting combat unit by throwing them into the meat grinder.
You killed 17 smelly boys.
I did, but you think about it. How
17.
am I going to get line of sight on those to kill those last 3?
Well, that sounds like a problem for. It sounds like a problem. It does sound like a problem.
Yeah. Right, Drukhari, turn 2. So Winters is working on the Instagram phase, and whilst he's doing that, the Drukhari have moved. So what was I thinking? So these racks have advanced, and I'm now doubting whether Power from Pain does what I think it does. So I'm actually going to have to check. I may have really messed up. Declare a charge and turn they advance. Yes, no, they are eager to flay. Haven't messed up. Good. So these guys have advanced. They're going to attempt to charge these plague drones to get onto that objective.
Really?
Beat them up a bit. Yeah, really?
That sounds like a really bad idea.
Yeah, it does. But we started with bringing Typhus to Commorragh.
That wasn't a good idea either.
No. So we're in degrees of bad idea-ness at this point.
Yeah.
This Talos is holding back a little bit, mainly because the Homunculus doesn't want to be absolutely murderized yet. Being a little bit tactical. We're wear down the other stuff before they go charging in. But he has got line of sight with his stinger on those plague drones. So shooty. These guys staying still, shooting stuff, having a bud. True. That'll tell the age of some people. These guys have moved forward slightly to get in range of the liquefier gun and the os factor. Something about the krypton factor that'll also younger viewers won't get. This Talos has
back out, isn't it?
Krypton factor, is it a thing again?
No, sorry, Crystal Maze. That's what I was thinking about. Crystal Maze is back. Sorry, carry on.
Don't mind him, he's very old. So this Talos has advanced, but then I realised I didn't need to advance, but I did anyway. Around here to get those plague bearers with his liquefier gun. I did think about moving him further up to get the charge, but then I'm leaving myself further to move if I need to. So I've probably fallen between two stools and just but that's what I've done anyway. So no psychic phase. And what are we going to start with? We're going to start with twin liquefier guns into these plague bearers, which hit 7 times.
Nurgle's number, so no damage will come from this. None.
You say none?
Yes, but I'll save them all because it was Nurgle's number. See what?
So disgustingly resilient. 3, exactly 3.
So when I said what I meant was they would definitely return to Papa's garden. They've gone back to the garden. Okay.
Back to the garden.
Yes.
Okay. Right, now we have a single liquefier gun firing at these plague drones, which hits twice, which wounds on 5s. 1. Fails. Disgusting. No.
I'm resilient.
Now the os factor.
Aussie's factor.
Which hits. Wounds on a 2. Yes. 2 damage on the os factor.
Well, he loses 2 wounds. On a drone?
On a drone, yes.
It starts with 4 ones down to 2 left.
Yes, indeed. And these guys will fire at that drone as well. We will spend a command point on... Where's it gone? Masters of the Shadowed Sky. Flayed Skull Special. Basically, we add +1 to hit if a unit can fly.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, you didn't give me any of the little red dice.
No, they're in my pocket, but there's a massive tub of them there.
Reach all the way over there. I'm only 6'2".
You're standing in a big pit, are you?
Well, I have the red dice now, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Right, so we're going to hit on 2s with splinter rifles. And 3 1s.
Didn't help at all.
It did not.
No.
Well, it helped with 1 of them.
Okay.
Winning on 4s.
Yes.
4.
4.
4.
5s.
1. 5s.
5s.
1.
Yeah.
And then the splinter cannon hits on 2s and wounds on 4s. 1. 2 damage. Oh, safe first, of course, if you insist. Yes.
Disgusting and resilient.
Okay, 1 more takes a wound.
Another one takes the death.
Then the stinger pod from this guy will fire him.
Okay.
8 times.
No.
Hitting on 4s, I think. It's 4s. Wounding on toughness 5, wounding on 4s. 3.
3. 5 up and guns.
Yep.
And 5 ups, I ignore the things.
5 up shrugs.
I
Okay.
don't ignore the things. These are 1 wound left.
remaining. Okay.
Have you shot all the things?
Not quite.
Oh.
There's 1 liquefier gun over here to fire at these.
Okay.
Hits 3 times. Wounds 3 times.
5s and 5s. Take 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, charge. Do you wish to overwatch with your death heads?
I will not throw heads at you right now.
Okay. 5 inches.
Welcome to my pain. As long as you're 6 inches away, you look fine. It looks fine.
Yes, fine. Right, movement. Well, the charging, the stuff. I'm going to stop the camera and do the stuff. Yeah, stuff. All right, so after
Surge
pilot...
in the warp in the surge.
He's trying to say he spent 2 command points on warp surge. To
That's
increase
the
their
warp surge
vulnerable
song. That's how it goes.
Oh, God.
It's not as good as yummy, yummy, yummy.
No. Not on my channel.
Okay. Bad winters.
To directly quote Sultan, that is the worst thing you do.
Brilliant. I take that as a compliment.
Right, I'll put a command point on Torturous Craft to re-roll.
You can edit
to re-roll to wound. I don't edit, you know this.
Cut it.
Right, hit on 3s.
Torturous Craft.
Torturous Craft. Wounding on 4s because poison. Re-rolling to wound because Torturous Craft.
Okay.
Okay.
How many did you do?
6.
Because I've surge in the warp in the surge. I have a 4 up and bum. So this is going to really help. Not at all. I didn't roll 1 4.
That good. This pleases me
And that cost
greatly.
me 2 CP and everything. 1 minute drop dice don't count.
Greatly pleases me.
1 dies. Because 1 had 2 wounds remaining. You kill 1. Is there any more stuff and things happening to them?
Nah.
Okay, so I can punch back. They have 1 attack each plus the boss guy. What?
I don't think you
You're
can.
not piling in.
No.
You're not consolidating.
No.
So you're stopping me from...
Well, no, we're staying on...
shenanigans.
It's not shenanigans.
That is
We are
absolutely
taking...
competitive match play shenanigans.
We're controlling the door.
You're
That's what we've
so-
been sent for.
You're so whack.
We've been sent to hold the doorway.
Yeah?
That's what we're doing.
No, you've run through, you came charging through, you smashed 1 down, the momentum should you take you into the next one, and you'd still be on the doorway if you engaged them.
They're not orcs.
But see, you'd still be there.
Go on, if winning's that important to you, there you go. There you go. Now I've done it now.
Fine, you don't
I've
have
done it now.
to. No,
Done
you
it. It's
didn't
done.
want to.
It's done. It's done.
I feel like you shouldn't listen to me.
It's done.
No, what are you doing?
It's done. Well,
you
you're...
didn't want to.
Yeah, well, it's happened now.
Okay, well, it's happened. So I'm hitting you back with my swords. They've got an attack each, but the boss man's got 2. So he hits on 4s. And you're actually in contagion range.
Okay.
Because Typhus has a +3, so it's 6 inches.
Okay.
What toughness are you now then?
4.
Well,
3.
Well,
3.
I'm also +1 strength because of them.
3.
So I'm now strength 5.
Okay.
So that's a wound. I did a wound.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to win me on a 3. I'm just, telling
Why?
you out of point because I'm Prophets of Flesh. Ha 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 ha.
Well, I reroll fair wounds.
No, that was a successful wound. I'm just making the point of saying it shouldn't. I'm just scoring cheap debating points.
It was a failed wound roll. It didn't wound you.
You rolled a 4. My toughness is 3. Your strength is higher than 3.
Right. So I didn't wound you on a 3.
You did. You rolled you've wounded. The dice you rolled successfully wounded.
I don't get it.
His brain.
What happened? Right, can I hit you with my death heads now? My probiscus. I've got prehensile and probiscus on the tray.
Tell you what, should I take the save for the wound you did?
I didn't wound you.
You did.
I didn't.
Right, that wounded, and it wasn't a 3, it was a 4. I shrug it on a 5. He killed 1.
Do they have transhuman?
Yes, mate.
Okay, right. Forced to hit you with the thing. I hit you twice. 3 times a plague bearer. I'm strength 5 because of the thing.
Neither of those wound because of Prophets of Flesh, which you refer to as transhuman. Because you have to think of everything in terms of a space marine. Saving on a 6, invulnerable.
That's because Space Marines are the bestest thing.
These are 2 damage, I think.
Space
Shrugging on
Marines.
5s. Kills another one.
Another one bites the dust.
Right, it's the end of my turn. So, morale. They lost a couple. 6. Ah! Okay, so their leadership is 8, reduced to 7 because of the unstable reality of the Garden of Nurgle. And minus what? So one run. Oh, right, I'm getting to it. One runs away.
Yes.
They're now below half strength.
Yes.
So the last two will run away on 1s, 2s, or 3s because of the unstable reality. They're fine. They don't care. They're racks. Don't think you need to take any tests because you've only lost one out of those units. So it is Typhus turn 2.
Yay.
Okay, Typhus and his minions have moved. Winters, talk me through what you did and why.
They're going to try and kill them.
Yep.
And they're going to try and kill them.
Yep.
And they're going to try and kill them.
That was short and sweet.
And at the end of the movement phase, Revoltingly Resist. I'm going to heal them. The stratagem is called... It's called Revolting Regeneration. Pick a Nurgle unit, spend 2 CP, roll D3, and D3 means I get 8 wound back. It could have been better. I've seen better. Then I'm going to do some psychic stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So Shriveling Pox is line of sight and range. I can't see them because of doorway.
Okay.
Okay. That is within 18 inches of sight and visible to it. I could do it on these guys, but I don't want to do it on those guys. I'm going to do it on them guys.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing it on those guys. Maybe I should do it on those guys.
Well, these guys can't be wounded or anything better than a 4-up unless you're strength 8.
I mean, I feel like that's going to be okay. I feel like that's going to be a thing.
Even if you get these guys down to toughness 1,
yeah.
if you can't get your strength up to strength 8, you wound them on a 4.
No, but it's about killing them. I want to kill all of them. And I want to kill all of these. So I feel like I can kill all of them. So
okay.
we're gonna do it this way. Shriveling Pox is an 8 because of side dampener.
It won't make any difference. You could just smite
They're minus
them.
1 toughness now. So what is their toughness now? 3.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to do Curse of the Leper. And if this works, this will be extra damage because of reduce your toughness.
But no, it won't.
It will.
It won't.
It will. It's a psychic thing. You don't do your Look.
Go on.
I'll show you. So now that's passed.
Yes.
Now I've done Curse of the Leper. So now what I do is I roll 7d6s, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
And for each dice roll that exceeds the enemy toughness, they take a mortal wound, and their toughness is dropped by 1.
Right, yes.
With the Shriveling Pox. It's like I knew what I was doing.
It's like you knew what you were doing, but didn't tell me before I turned the camera on.
What's their toughness?
3 at the moment.
So 4s, and they die.
Okay.
How about
They're dead.
That's 5, but don't they ever feel no pain or something?
Oh, they do. Do I get saves?
Yeah, it's mortal wounds. I've done 5
mortal wounds, right, okay.
Unit. 5.
Yeah, 1 lives.
1 lives.
He lives.
That one lives.
That
See,
one
that
lives.
worked. That was really successful.
It did work.
And then Typhus is going to try and miasma himself.
Okay.
He needs an 8. All the psychic powers work this time. Last time it was like, and this time it's like, that's what happened.
Yeah, the side dampener must be bulking under the strain.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice. Okay, so now I'm going to shoot some things.
Okay.
They're going to shoot, because that was remarkably successful.
Yes, it was.
So they're going to shoot that way instead.
12 inches with death heads.
Yeah, I'm going to give you some head. It's fine. You're definitely in range. Look, you're way in range.
Aye.
4s to hit. I hit you 3 times. And
3's to wound.
I wound you 3 times.
Any minus?
Negative.
2 dead.
Boom.
Ow!
And then I charge. They're going to charge that.
Yep. Oh, Overwatch.
Really?
Yeah, really.
With a single dude.
With a liquefied gun that
Okay.
also hits
Okay.
twice
Okay.
and doesn't wound.
Okay. Now Typhus is going to charge your pain engine.
No point at overwatching.
Oh well, you can't see me anyway.
Does that matter?
I don't think that's a successful charge because I'm going around the corner. I don't think that's successful. So I'll CP that.
No CP. Sorry, dude.
So he'll fail the charge. So the Herald will attempt the charge and go in on his own. And he will fail the charge. So there's only 1 successful charge, and it is here. Okay? Now I will hit you with my swords on 4s, and I will wound you, because you're prophets of the flesh on a 4. I wound you.
Save it a 6. No. Shrug. Yes.
And then the proboscis from the flies on 4s, and then wounding on 4s because of prophets, and re-rolling all failed wounds. 3 more wounds.
Saves for 6. No. Shrugs. 1 shrug. He's dead.
Okay. And then I could consolidate towards the closest enemy unit.
But it'd take you off the objective.
But I'm going to stay there.
Go and give him my corpse.
And then defenders fight next. That's you.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Right, I'm going to do Torturer's Craft again to reroll to wound. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds?
Yep.
2 of the wounds. 5s.
Uh-oh.
And 5s. 1 takes a wound.
Ah, got you.
Now,
Kinda.
Now, with the swords, I hit once. I wound.
1 died.
And now I'm going to stab you with my proboscis from the fly.
Matron.
On 4s. There's 2 hits there. And a wound.
Save. Yes, saving on a 6. Shrugging on 5s. Need both of these. Are his alterations enough to withstand the disease ravaging his system? They are not. Uh-oh. Woo!
There were some failed charges. My HQs failed the charges, but my flies are doing what flies do. They are buzzing around all over the place. I have broken free from the Chamber of Doom, and I'm whittling you down. Mind you, I mean, it's
Typhus
painful.
Jones in the Chamber of Doom.
Yeah, it's painful for both of us because we start with so few models. I've got 6 guys left, 6 models left.
I know.
And looking at you, you haven't got much left. But these guys have a 4-up invulnerable save, right? The pain engine?
No.
They don't.
No, they got 6 of invulnerable save.
Isn't there something that gives them a better invulnerable save? There's something. I remember these being really annoying in the battle report that I played against you. Oh, no, it must be they can't be wounded on 1, 2, 3. That was the really.
That was really annoying. You were punching them with Terminators and not going down.
It took 3 turns to kill the damn thing, and that was one of them. You brought 2 this time.
No, I had 2 last time, mate.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. I must have killed 1 real quick, and then the other one not dying.
No, it took a while for both.
Oh. Okay, just move on. We can edit that out.
We'll edit that out. Yeah, cut. So at the end of battle round 2, I have 1, 2 objectives. Nurgle have 1, 2, 3. So that's a point to Typhus. I destroyed a unit there, and that's it. And Typhus killed off 2 units. So battle round 2, Typhus is getting the upper hand.
2-0. Victory.
It's almost like he wants to win.
Victory!
I'm so used to being ambivalent as to who wins.
That's because you play against yourself all the time, so you win all the time.
I know, but I lose every time as well. I can't beat that guy.
You are, though. You are that guy that wins every time.
But I can't beat that guy.
But you completely whack.
Okay, we're going round in a bit of a reality loop here and some kind of dancing shimmy. So let's chalk up the scores and get on to Drukhari turn 3 and see what on earth I can maybe do. Okay, so here we are at the end of the movement phase. So what I have done, I've not got very many units left, but I have still got 2 Taloses, and they're quite hard.
Is it Talosai?
Telesiceruses. So this Talos and the Homunculus have come to put the handcuffs back on Typhus. That one is going to pile in there and clear that objective, but put his gun shooty fire down into Typhus. And these guys, I'm going to see what
shoot Typhus.
They're going to shoot someone. The shooting, I don't know who. We'll get to that. So first off, this Talos is going to liquefy gun the plague drones and a twin haywire cannon Typhus. Twin haywire cannon, 2d3 shots for 3 shots. In on 4s.
Hitting on 5s because of my asthma or pestilence. You only got 1 hit.
Hit.
That's Typhus laughing. That's not me. That's what.
It's sound effects. Oh, great. Okay, wounding on a 5.
I'm toughness 5.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wounding on 5. Sorry, my brain. I'll put it back in the box. Yeah.
Always right. Yeah.
What? I didn't. There was a slip. Like rubber on...
Liquefying gun, 6 hits.
6. Toughness 5.
No wounds. Okay, twin stinger pod at... Should I try and kill the plague thing?
Typhus is -1 to hit. The Herald is not.
I'll try and kill the plague thing. With 6 shots.
Nice. Toughness 5.
Hit on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Yeah, 2 wounds.
5s? Oh, look at that.
Oh, the warp is strong. It must be near Typhus. Its proximity to the Destroyer Hive is keeping him very, very well protected. Stinger pistol.
There could be a couple of little Nurglings in front and they took the blows and they're like, no! Little Nurglings. Yeah. Even my wife thinks those are cute. And she hates. Well, not hates, but she doesn't like 40k. Hate's too strong a word.
I was going to say, she'd be doing very well if she absolutely hated it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A stinger pistol at the thingy guy hits. Nice. Doesn't wound.
Oh.
That's not all of the guns because... Alright, so the Cabalite Warriors... Oh, we remembered that I hadn't done the leadership test, the morale test. We did it. They passed just by the skin of their teeth. They're going to fire at the Poxbringer as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be 6 shots.
Are they hitting on 2s now? Or
no. Turn 3.
Yeah, apart from pain thing.
I'm
not
maybe...
sure if their blister score actually goes up.
No, it's +1 to hit rather than the blister score going up. I think I didn't do Flensing Fury, melee attack, not shooting attack.
Okay.
Hit on 3s. 2 hits. Win on 4s because poison 4. How strong? How thick is the warp next to him? Fairly thick. 1.
A wound.
Then the splinter cannon hits 3 times. Wounding on 4s. Wounds twice.
5s.
The warp is as thick as a baldric. So he's fine. So shooting, not a lot happened. So charge phase. This Talos and the Homunculus are going to charge Typhus. Overwatch.
Yeah.
They're in. Why have I got the... They're in. Dink. Dink. And the Talos... the thingy, dink.
Dink. Sound effects as well, Paul.
I know. I know.
Dink.
Dink, dink. Right, we're going to start with the Talos on Typhus.
Okay.
And spend... I can't find the cut. There it is. I'm going to spend 2 command points on Sins Writ Large and 2 command points on Torturous Craft. My PA is spending the points for me. Normally I have to walk over there. So, he's going to re-roll to hit and re-roll to wound.
Okay.
With his 5 attacks plus 1 additional attack for having 2 microscalpels.
Microscalpels.
He hits on 2s because of the turn, but it's -1 for miasma, or is that just shooting?
-1 hit.
Okay, so
3s.
3s with a re-roll.
Yes.
Re-roll that one. Okay, they all hit. Booyah! Toughness is 5. Ooh, microscalpels are strength. 7. So
Nurgle's number.
3s with a reroll. Okay, 6. Minus
Well, 4 up, invulnerable
4
save.
invulnerable save. Yeah.
How much damage?
3 get through. I'm hoping it's 3, but I think it's 2. It's 2.
Well, all becomes 1.
1, yeah.
So that's 3 wounds. He has 3 remaining.
Yarp. Are you interrupting me? Before I hit him with the homunculus.
Yeah, it's the homunculus. Is he a chunky boy?
Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's find out together, folks.
I don't really know.
Right, well, he's got a scissor... Wrong page. He's got a scissor hand, which is an additional 2 attacks. He's got 6 attacks. Poison weapon 4+. I can make that re-rollable if I want to use Sins Writ Large again.
He's got 6 wounds, though, hasn't he?
To kill. 7 wounds, and he's currently
7
toughness
wounds?
6. Currently toughness 6.
7 wounds? He's got more wounds than Typhus.
Yeah, because of my warlord trait.
Well, it'd be rude not to hit him. I feel like I should. So it's
Bear in mind, he's also got the... Oh, I don't think you were in the room when I went through this. He's got the murder doll, which is an additional shrug. And as per the house rules, he'll get both shrugs.
Okay. So I don't know whether to do 12 attacks or the 6 big ones. I'll do the 6 big overhead swings. It seems like a thing that Typhus would do.
Okay.
And he hits on...
Oh, no. 2s. Doesn't he hit on?
It's unwieldy. It's the overhead swing.
Oh, no.
I wound you. I wound him.
Just 1 wound?
Well, I reroll ones. Well, yeah.
It's
He
just...
slipped on some of the blood of the dead people there.
Was it the 3 not a wound? What's his strength with the overhead thing?
No, it was a 3. You
three and
need
a
a force to wound you because of prophets of the flesh, so the 3 doesn't wound you.
But what was your strength?
His strength is...
With that profile? Because it's...
7.
So, yes, it doesn't wound.
Your toughness is...
But my toughness is 6.
So it's now 5.
Yes. But the thing with Prophets of the Flesh, it isn't exactly like transhuman physiology if it's strength 8.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, I knew that.
Okay, so I have a 6 up vulnerable save. No.
And it does 3 damage.
3 damage. Shrugs on 5, so being a homunculus. Shrug 1. And then the murder doll will try and absorb the other 2, which it fails to do.
So he's on 5 wounds.
5 wounds left, yeah.
What an absolute biatch.
Quite. So he'll do his... Did I say it was 6 attacks? I think I said it was 6 attacks.
I think you said it was 6 attacks.
I said it was 6 attacks.
You said it was 6.
So, since we're at large, counts for the whole phase. So I will re-roll to hit, and I'll use Torturous Craft on him as well for another 2 points.
Okay.
So I'm re-rolling to hit. Oh, what did you just spend?
I just put my 2 away for
right.
interrupting.
So I'm hitting on 2s with a re-roll, which hits. 2s because my profile is 2 and I've got +1. And then 4s to wound with a re-roll with poison webs.
Right. What is the AP on this?
It's only minus... Oh, it's -2.
-2.
So,
So it's still a 4 up and back.
Still a 4 up in one.
Okay. So he's dead. Typhus. 4s.
Wow. I totally didn't expect that to happen. Okay. So the...
I did. That's why I paid to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, that makes sense then, really, doesn't it? Okay, so the Talos against the...
Plague drones.
Thank you. He says it in an exasperated way.
Plague drones.
Hitting on 3s because of power from pain being in turn 3.
Nice.
Strength is 5. Wounding on 4s.
Nice.
3 saves.
3 saves.
Yeah.
5 up and vulnerable saves. How much damage?
1.
They take a wound. Is that it?
Yep.
So I hit it back with my swords then. So stabby, stabby, stabby with my swords. And I need a 5 to wound. And I can reroll that. Stabby sword doesn't stab you. And then the proboscis from the flies. As they buzz around you and stab you with their stabby bits.
Yep.
They stabby bits hit you, stab you on 4s. So they stab 3 times. But can I pierce the thick hide on 5s? I can pierce it once.
And I save it on a not that. 2 damage, which I shrug on... Oh, one of them shrugs.
Okay.
6 wounds left.
So you get stabbed once. And that's it.
Okay, so that's it for Drukhari turn 3. Typhus turn 3. I mean, he's not dead, is he? He's stepped back from the fight. He's wounded.
You smacked him down and locked the maglocks back on him and pushed him back down into his cell. He's like, get back down, you. I wish to play with you later.
And still... He'd make a good Drukhari player.
I will play with you. See, now to find out what happens to Typhus later on, subscribe to Say Hi Paul's OnlyFans channel.
Well,
OnlyFans.
Only
gonna
fans.
be-
No,
yeah.
wait, no.
Well, that's what the stuff can only be. Yeah, it's not PG, is it? He's put the cuffs back on.
Okay.
Him. Can he break?
Okay, don't go looking for an OnlyFans channel because that does not exist. Right, quickly moving on to Nurgle turn 3. So Nurgle have moved, and not very much. I think the Poxbringer tried to head to that door to seal it off, but was quite slow. Maybe he was tripping over the corpses of Nurglings that got squished earlier. These guys are still following their instruction to seal that doorway, and these ones are
In close combat with that.
in close combat with that. So,
Yeah, he decided that after seeing Typhus getting taken out, that over here was much more important than there. He's a demon, but he's not stupid. More importantly, however, Paul has agreed to sell me his bath water later on, so I will be dishing up into little pots and selling it to his OnlyFans.
1 minute. Sorry, and psychic phase?
Yeah, psychic phase, yeah. Smite. I smite you, sir.
I'm smitten, it did.
Have at you.
3 times. Which I can shrug. I shrugged 2 of them.
Nice. So that one's on 6 as well. There you go. And now
See what happens when you give them the little red dice.
they are going to give him some head on force. And that's a wound. I wound you.
Save on a 6. No. Shrug on a 5. No. Murder doll on a 4. No.
So talking about giving death heads, don't forget to subscribe to Say Hi Paul's OnlyFans channel. That's the end of my shooting phase. Can we fight now?
Yes, by all means.
You attack first.
Oh, yeah.
You're the defender.
All right.
Pain engine. Unleash the pain.
I don't have enough points, the stratagem, command points to do any of the re-rolling stuff with it.
You've only got 1 CP. I've got 1 CP.
Uh,
Plus 5?
5s. We're going 5s.
Oh, no.
5.
4s, you mean? We're only on 4s.
That's what I said.
I need 5 up invulnerable saves.
Oh, no.
And I need 5 up other things. And he dies. And this one goes down to 3 wounds. And then I'm going to do all the attacks together because it's all the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2 swords.
No, the 2 damage. The
I'm
proboscis.
not going to do all the attacks together because they're not the same. So this is the sword, which hits on 4s and wounds on a reroll. Wounds on not that. Doesn't wound on that.
Is it not poison?
No, well, no. It's strength 4. It's not.
The sword's
poison.
not a poison weapon.
It's a plague weapon at strength 4, which you can reroll.
Ah, right, okay.
And then the proboscis hits on 4s, and then this is strength 4 as well, but rerolls all fail wounds. So that is a wound.
Doesn't save.
And that is the end of my turn.
2 damage taken.
And at the end of that, you're on 3 objectives. I'm on 2 objectives, and you killed more. So it's 2 points each as we go on to Drukhari, turn 4.
Pretty simple Drukhari movement phase. They stay still. He stays still. Typhus? The Homunculus is going after the Plague Pox caster. And the Talos is going after these. Shooting phase. Twin liquefier gun is going to hit the thing. 8 times. Wounding on 5s. Nope. Yes. And then the Haywire Blaster will go in as well with 5 shots.
5.
No, the 4 was a miss because it's -1 in combat.
Oh.
Times 5 wounding on
I don't know.
5s. No, definitely not that.
Definitely not 1s.
Definitely not 1s.
Yes.
Okay, Stinger Pistol hits, wounds. It's a 2+ poison thing. Saves, and then the Stinger Pod. 8 shots. This many hits. Wounded on 4s. 4 saves.
That's a really good model.
It's a nice model.
Yeah. 4 saves.
The Drukhari are a very nice range.
5 ups and 5 ups.
Woohoo!
They are a very nice range. I do like the aesthetic of the Drukhari. Drukhari.
Charges.
Charge.
In.
Ah.
Have you got 2 command points?
No, I've got 1. I
Okay.
can't interrupt.
Right. Talos with 6 attacks into drones. Hitting on 4 threes because of the turn. Power from pain. But eager to flay, don't you know? No, it's not eager to flay. It's the other one.
Strength 7. You
7.
said.
Yeah,
So
3s.
5 and buns.
Yeah. Hacking off bits of, gobbits of stuff that is just not necessary.
Yes, pussy stuff. Actually, you did a slice and you burst a lot of pussy spots, and I actually quite liked it. Like,
Oh, no.
trying to get that one for ages. That one I couldn't reach.
That is totally what happens. The Heyman hits that many times.
How many attacks? He's got 6 attacks and 7 wounds.
Yeah.
How broken is this codex?
Well,
I don't need. I think Chapter Master Marnius Calgar has 7 wounds, and he had 6 before, but that's since he crossed the Rubicon.
Well, okay, that's 3 wounds.
Okay, in buns, and then double damage or something.
No, 1 damage.
Okay, it's down to 1 wound remaining. Then I will go here with my sword. I hit you once, and I reroll, and I wound you with the sword.
Saved.
And then my stabby feet, stab out twice and wound once.
Uh-oh. Fail.
2 damage.
Shrug 1.
He's down 3 wounds remaining. We're on 3 wounds each. Ding ding, round 3.
Okay, now my 10 attacks. With my chain flails.
2s. And 4s.
Okay.
Well, that's what it has been the last...
Yeah. I mean, it's saving my vocal cords.
5 of them vulnerable times 6 times. This blug just doesn't want to shift, does he?
He does not.
You don't want to go anywhere. He quite likes hanging out there. And then I fight back over here.
Oh,
no, you have...
Yeah, you do.
Did you hit and kill any of these? Or did I make all the saves?
You made all the saves.
Did I?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking... That surprised me.
Yeah, it surprised me too, mate.
Swords hit all the times. Wound on 5s. Reroll because they are 1 wound.
Fails to save. Shrugs it.
And then my proboscis thingy, I stab you, basically. I stab you 3 times.
Vomit on me.
And I wound you on 5s, and I reroll the wounds. And I wound you 3 times.
Uh-oh. No saves.
And that's 6 damage.
5 plus shrugs. 1. It's on 1 wound remaining. Yikes! No.
That's the end of your turn 4. Now, interestingly...
Poxbringer gets to fight.
He's got 3 attacks. I think the Poxbringer's just got 3. But he does hit on 2s, I seem to remember off the top of my head. Yeah, 3 attacks, hitting on 2s.
You know when you said you didn't want to take a relic at the start, and I said you could take one on that guy?
I said, oh yeah, but he wouldn't have a relic.
It depends which Poxbringer he summons in. He might just be holding it in the warp.
I like to think that the man Reaper that Typhus has is a relic. I mean, it's the Man Reaper.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I got a murder doll.
You said I should stick to the narrative thing. Typhus has got his relic from 10,000 years, his Reapy Manny thing of Doom. I didn't want a relic because of narrative.
Reapy Manny thing of Doom.
That's what it's called, I think. Right, I hit you with my big sword.
It's a garden tool that he finds in the Broken Dagger book because he's got no other weapon to hand. He just picks it up and goes, yeah, that'll do.
I do...
Good book.
That is a good book. It's got a lot of Garrow and Loken in as well, which makes it... Because there's 2 stories going on there.
Simultaneously, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good book. It surprised me, that one.
It really fleshed out Mortarion in quite a nice way. It helped me get into his mindset, what makes the guy tick.
It did flesh out Mortarion, and he is the last of the bad guys to turn. We know why he turned, and there wasn't any twisties there, but you could tell that they were running out of time towards the end of the book because the turn was He hung and it was like off a cliff. He hung in, and then fell off the cliff.
Yeah.
It was when he fell, it was sudden. And I'm not sure, that chimed a little bit weirdly with me. But
I know what you mean. It's a little bit like in Revenge of the Sith. As soon as Anakin cuts Mace Windu's hand off, spoiler alert, then instantly he's a Sith and he's like, yes, my lord, what do you want me to do?
What film was that?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
So, Star Wars Episode 3.
Star Wars, is that big? Is it? Is that, anyone heard of that? Is that one of your obscure references to some movie that no one knows?
Yes, mate. It's like talking to Liam.
Is it in 40k?
No.
No. Does it have psychers in it?
Arguably.
Yeah. So 40k would beat them though, right? Hands down.
So you were attacking with the Pox Springer.
2s. I'm strength 5, but I get a +1 strength because of the thing. So it's still 4s because of Prophets of the Flesh, but I reroll. And it's -3. 1 damage on this stabby sword.
3 plus invulnerable save. 6 plus invulnerable save.
You're going to say you had a 3-up invulnerable save, 7 wounds and 28 attacks.
5 plus shrugs.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Codex.
I mean, those diseases just aren't strong enough to ravage my enhanced system.
Is that the end of turn 4?
That is the end of turn 4.
The interesting thing is if I fall back out of any of these combats, I can't do anything. I can't shoot, I can't charge, I can't psychic.
That is interesting.
And defenders fight first.
That is also, but only once. Then we alternate.
So,
but at the end of turn 4, though, what's it look like? 1, no score draw. 1 each.
1 each.
Did no one get to that point?
You didn't kill anything.
Neither did you.
Interestingly, nothing happened.
So, whilst...
No. It's not the end of turn 4. It is now my turn 4.
Was that my turn?
That was your turn 4. Now it's my turn 4.
Ah! That makes more sense.
You might be able to kill something here.
You might be able
to... Yeah. Okay?
Okay, your turn 4. Right, I'll let you do your movement phase.
No, I'm not moving anywhere, not going anywhere, because I just explained, if I do something, if I run away, I can't do anything. So I'm smiting you. And that part...
Ow!
And that does 2 mortal wounds to your homunculus.
Ow, shrug. 1, shrug again. Yes, fine. That murder doll's looking quite battered now.
Right, now we fight. Defenders fight first.
Okay.
Who do you want to kill?
Who do I want? Well, the homunculus wants to stay alive, so I'm going to try and kill the Poxbringer.
27 attacks with a perfectly balanced codex. He hits 4 times. On toughness 5.
He's only got 4 attacks in his profile. It's because I'm using a weedy weapon. It's 4 plus to wound. It's 4 to poison thing.
5-up invulnerable saves.
1.
And a 5-up feel and no pain. I felt the pain. No.
As the warp closes around him, as the warp rift starts to recede.
I want to try and kill this.
I'm narrativizing.
I want to try and kill this guy. Because now you've killed something, but if I kill something and take this objective, then I'm going to get an extra point. This is critical.
All right.
This is the critical roll.
Yeah, all right. Go on.
So 4s to hit with my sword.
No.
Can we edit that? Can we? Right. 4s to... Can we... No, but look, what I could do is like, we could do that. And then you cut in and, oh, I hit both times. We could do that. No. But his probiscus. He hits once.
Can't kill him.
I wound you.
I save.
Damn it! No! Jesus, why do you hate me so much?
Right. So now, him the guy, attack them the guys. On 3s. Wounded on 3. Struck last on count. 2 invulnerable saves, sir.
2 invulnerable saves. 5 invulnerable saves. And 5 200 pain. I'm fine.
That's each one's 2 damage, so there's another 2 invulnerable.
Oh, so I made one of the feel no pains, and then I don't make the other feel no pains. So that will kill 2 damage. So he's down to 2 wounds.
Yeah. Don't kill him.
Yeah. So now I can hit you back here.
Yeah.
Right? So the Swords of Doom hit you twice. And wound on 5s. Wound you twice.
Uh-oh. Shrugs. No.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead, Dave.
Does he explode? He doesn't.
So you killed one thing, I killed one thing. But if you kill this thing now, then you'll take that objective as well.
Haven't I already fought against that?
No, you haven't.
Have I not?
No.
Oh.
We did that.
Yeah.
Then I did. Then
okay.
you did this. Then I did that. Then you did that.
Okay, I believe you. 5 4s.
That's a lot.
6.
That's a lot. Why does it have to be so many?
That's what Deathguard said.
5s. This guy's been hanging in there like a tough little
He has.
drone.
Like a
I
tough
need to
little
make
drone.
3 5s. I don't make 3 5s, and you kill them all, and you take that objective on that one dice roll. That is a 2-point swing. That is. I've got 2 plague droney left. There's no way I can win at this point with just 2 modelers left on the table. I can't take enough objectives. I can't score. So at this point, we have to say that this is the way to work.
We don't have to say that. We normally play. We normally play till the end of turn 5 on this channel. We normally play to the end of turn 5 on this channel.
What's your turn 5 then?
All right, okay, fair enough. Yes, 4 points to 2, and very little.
I mean, you can they're going to disappear back into the warp.
They are going to disappear back into the warp.
They're going to go pop. We've had enough. They tried to break their master out.
And we will now remove Typhus's helmet and keep clonking him on the back of the head every time he tries to become conscious. Although we've discovered he can't take his helmet off, so we're just going to have to, I don't know, put some lavender in an oil burner or something, try and keep him a bit soporific.
Yeah, you can't have him waking up because this is what happens. So yeah, I mean, you can pay a little guy to stand next to him and just smack him on the head every 2. I mean, that would cause a lot of pain there. I quite like that. Just kicking him in the head every 5 minutes.
We've probably got lots of IV drips and things, pumping all sorts of chemicals into his system, which he will, of course, become immune to very quickly. And we're going to have to keep on switching him around, try and keep him under whilst we're tinkering with him. It is not going to be long before this happens again.
He will escape.
He absolutely will escape. This first attempt to escape has simply been unsuccessful. It is inevitable.
And basically, he got here and tried to break out almost straight away, but now he could be here for some. He's not going to have a nice time. He didn't get out straight away.
No, he's probably going to have a bit of antipathy for Drukhari going forward.
Well, I think he hates everyone.
He's an equal opportunities death lord. He hates everyone equally.
Yeah. No, that was quite good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It's straight when you have small games and you're picking very specific lists for narrative reasons. It can be difficult to get a scenario that goes down to the wire. But I mean, turn 4, that dice roll that could have spun the game entirely the other way. You'd have got 2 units. You'd have got more objectives than me. You'd have been winning.
After them.
Yeah, you'd have been winning 4-2 at this point.
Yeah,
and they would have successfully rescued him.
I mean, it's not like the flies couldn't kill Pain Engine because they did kill a Pain Engine.
They did.
So that re-rolling all failed wounds is quite nice, particularly against Prophets of the Flesh.
I also thought you were going to use, when I didn't quite kill one, I knew he was going to be dead because there's a stratagem you can use to explode on death.
I was saving my points for this because if I got him down to 1 and then when you hit me back, then I could have exploded on death and then killed him. I was saving it for that, but he took everything. So, yeah, that's what I was saving it for. It didn't work, though.
No. Those guys lived again. They nearly always live.
Yeah. Just hang out at the back.
Hang out the back, shoot stuff.
Yeah.
True. I'm trying to think if there's any... I think that was the post-match analysis, wasn't it?
I think that was the post-match analysis. I do love how professional you are. I think the fact that this is polished, a true polished experience. I tell, but I'm open and honest at the start. If you're expecting polish, look elsewhere. No, of course, I jest. I enjoyed playing with you. I enjoy playing with you muchly, and there's this is the level of banter that we normally get up to, but actually the level of banter is a little bit higher. Because I was behaving myself a little bit because I'm very aware that you're not editing any of this. And it's just going and going and going. So there were long, quiet periods where I was biting my tongue. But our games, we're bantering with each other.
We are doing this all the time we play.
The point of playing a game is to have fun. Whatever game that is to enjoy yourself and have fun. So if you're not enjoying yourself and having fun and bantering...
And that's kind of, I guess, my USP for my channel. Is it's not just showing the game, it's letting people into the experience and the ambiance.
Even people who say, well, actually, the point of playing a game is to win. No, that's one level above. You've got to go down a level deeper. The point of playing... If you think that the point of playing a game is to win the game, why do you want to win? Because you think winning is fun.
Yeah.
Scoring the goal is fun. Kicking the rugby ball through the thing. Yeah. So the people who want to win, that's fun for them.
Indeed. And it's all about the fun.
I like winning too, but
who doesn't?
More importantly, I like having fun first. And you're a mushroom, a fun guy.
Hey! Well, on that happy note. Right, so we're going to go now. We're going to eat. We're going to eat, and we're going to redo the table because we've got another game to play.
Titans.
Break out the Titans. So yes, thank you for coming down, Winters.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know you're not going anywhere, but the people on the thing will. They might only watch this one game and not both of them, and they might not realise we're filming both on the same day.
Oh.
Because you wear just different caps all the time, you see it.
I can change my t-shirt.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching that as much as we enjoyed filming, playing, making it. If you like this kind of content, and you like what I do, and you are interested in either supporting me or more content, check out channel memberships. There's extra content. There's a Discord. There's all sorts of funny shenanigans. Well, there's not all sorts. There's only those two things. But
if you don't like this sort of thing, what's wrong with you? Are you dead inside? Come on.
If you don't like this sort of thing, there's loads of other YouTube channels out there with doing loads of 40k content in different ways. This is for the people who like this.
I was trying to pimp your shizzle.
Okay, try again.
Please comment, like, and subscribe, and become a channel member to say hi, Paul.
Woohoo! See you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.